Today is Elise's 18th birthday. This is the birthday that she's anticipated celebrating the most. It's been kind of tough because she's been moving around a lot and she hasn't had a lot of time to make new friends. But yet, it's her 18th birthday, so she's really excited. And then she opens her eyes and she remembers that she's in a shelter. So within a few hours, a worker's gonna come in. They're gonna instruct her to pack up all of her belongings and put it in a black trash bag. So now she'll be 18 and she'll be homeless. Homelessness among youth and adolescents in America exists, and it negatively impacts their ability to succeed on their journey to adulthood. U.S. Representative John Yermet states that an estimated 1.6 million youth and adolescents have similar experiences just like Elise. I had the privilege of serving at Launch Outreach. It was a transitional living facility for girls who were aging out of foster care or whom were experiencing homelessness. So most of them, if not all of them, we came across had some type of mental health issues, whether it be anxiety or depression, post-traumatic stress disorder. Some of these girls were even victims of human or sex trafficking. So we are in a community and in a state and in a country where this problem does exist. Nancy Fairbank, an expert in the youth and adolescent homelessness, states or refers to this as the invisible issue. The girls that I would come across that had these types of issues or were affected by the causes of being homeless, it impacted their ability to perform academically, excel professionally, and engage socially with their peers and others as they interacted. Expert Marla McDaniel states that children experiencing homelessness or living in inadequate and unsafe housing are at risk for many different things, especially the increased height of involvement in the child welfare system if they're exposed to poor safety, neglect, or some form of abuse. The National Youth Network records that there are 5 different causes or consequences of youth being homeless. So that's substance abuse, unsafe sexual practices, criminal activity and victimization, substance abuse, and barriers when it comes to education and employment. So when you're age 12 and 17, you want to be thinking about having fun and being with your family, extracurricular activities and sports events. When you're 18 to 21 years old, your goal should be educational or focusing what you want to do with your life or just simply exploring. You don't want to be focused on basic survival. And we all know that as a human being, when your basic survival needs or necessities aren't being met, no one can perform or excel in those type of conditions of lack of nutrition or just simply worrying about tomorrow. Covenant House did a research and they record that 40% of the homeless in America are youth that are under 18 years old. U.S. Representative John Yermet urges his colleagues to take a look at reauthorizing the Runaway and Youth Homeless Act. So let's take a look.
Combating human trafficking, I remind my colleagues of the estimated 1.6 million runaway or homeless youth under the age of 18 in the United States. The Runaway and Homeless Youth Act was enacted in 1974 to help combat these growing numbers, and it is the sole federal law targeting unaccompanied youth. Through this law, we are able to fund important local programs to serve our homeless youth. They provide shelter, counseling, family reunification, and aftercare, and reduce the chance that young people will become victims of human trafficking.
Again, an expert, Nancy Fairbank, states that this issue among youth and adolescents is referred to as the invisible problem. So, homelessness among youth and adolescents across America exists, and it does have a negative impact on their ability to succeed on their journey to adulthood. So as U.S. Representative John Yermet states, we have to have or fulfill our duty and obligation to ensuring that these youth and adolescents have some form of security and support and aid from us so that we can ensure their success on their journey to adulthood. Thank you.